Former President Donald Trump's prosecutors in Fulton District Prosecutors in Georgian election intervention case. One of common defendants trying to cancel bond on allegations that he was dealing with a Patterna. For other common defenders and witnesses, the judge, who supervised case 2020 presidential elections in Georgia, on with Trump, one of 18 defendants who were not guilty during summer. The entire 19 seconds surrendered to processing and then released at the bond. The men Kenneth Chesabro, Sidney Powell, Jena Ellis and Scott Hall later made defense agreements in exchange for the agreement to testify against other defendants. In a file last week, prosecutors claimed that Floyd's former director of Black Voices for Trump has committed a large number of deliberate and ugly violations. Floyd claimed that he was not guilty of 3 numbers in the indictment, and that affected witnesses. At first he was the only defendant who surrendered a bond package without negotiating, and the bond was initially rejected due to charges waiting in another case. Ultimately, he was released with a bond of $100,000, including the provisions of the common defendants and witnesses. While looking for the cancellation of Floyd's bond, DA's office drew attention to multiple tweet and podcast interviews. DA's office included Floyd's tweets referring to Georgian Foreign Minister Rafkensperger and election official Gabriel Sterling, and former election worker Ruby Freeman, who was accused of trying to influence Floyd's 2020 in his indictment. He said that tweets calling these individuals were to intimidate known witnesses and to directly communicate with realized witnesses about facts of case. Floyd wrote an article referring to election crimes called Rafensperger and Sterling. The Georgian investigation partially asked Trump's telephone conversation with Trump Rafensperger to finding the number of votes he needed win Georgian province.